When my grandparents died, no one asked me what I wanted to keep. Adults decided everything for me: furniture, photographs, old clothes. But someone decided that I should keep the bears, Fran and Jock. That was what my grandparents had named them. Two large teddy bears. They had always sat on the shelf above their bed, leaning slightly forward, as if they were watching the room instead of resting inside it. They were old, worn, heavy for stuffed animals. When they were placed on the shelf above my bed, I remember feeling uncomfortable. I told myself it was just grief, just the strangeness of having something unfamiliar in my room. The first night, I barely slept. I kept waking up with the strange sensation that someone was standing too close to me. Not touching me, just close enough for their presence to feel heavy. Every time I opened my eyes, the room was empty. The bears sat exactly where they had been placed, watching. After a week, I started dreaming about my grandparents. They never spoke. They stood at the foot of my bed, looking tired, looking worried. They would glance up at the shelf, then back at me, as if they were trying to warn me without using words. I started waking up with my heart racing, certain that I had heard something move above me. Not a fall, not a shift, a careful adjustment. One morning, I noticed that Fran and Jock were closer to the edge of the shelf. I told myself it must have been my imagination, or vibrations from the house settling overnight. But the thought stayed with me all day. That night, I pushed my dresser slightly closer to the bed, so that if something fell, it would hit the wood before it hit me. I did not sleep at all. Sometime just before dawn, I heard a sound that I will never forget. Fabric tightening, the quiet, deliberate sound of weight being redistributed. I did not look up. I could feel them there, leaning farther forward, balanced in a way that should not have been possible for stuffed animals. The next day, I tried to move them. That was when I realized how heavy they really were. Not filled with cotton, not filled with foam. Dense, awkward, like lifting something that was pretending to be soft. I placed them in the closet. I closed the door. I pushed a chair against it, feeling ridiculous for being afraid of something that did not even move on its own. That night, the closet door creaked open. I did not hear it open. I heard it stop. Something heavy had been set down carefully. Slowly. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, counting my breaths, refusing to move, refusing to look, because somewhere deep inside me, I already knew what I would see. When morning came, Fran and Jock were back on the shelf, perfectly positioned, leaning forward. That was when I remembered something my grandmother used to say. She would smile and pat one of the bears. She told me they were there to watch over us while we slept, to make sure we stayed where we belonged. At the time, I thought it was a joke. I did not think that anymore. That night, I slept with the lights on. It did not help. I woke up to the sound of breathing that was not my own, slow, patient, coming from above, close enough that I could feel warmth on my face. I squeezed my eyes shut. I stayed very still. After a long time, the breathing stopped. In the morning, there were deep impressions in my mattress, on either side of my body, as if something very heavy had been standing there for a while. I did not tell anyone. I did not move the bears again. I learned to sleep very carefully, without shifting, without rolling over, without giving them any reason to adjust their position. Sometimes, when I wake up in the middle of the night, I can feel them watching me, making sure I am still where I am supposed to be. And every morning, they are just a little closer to the edge, still watching, still waiting.